to Business Connect's exclusive interview session. This is Kajal Rabhali, host for today. And I'm extremely delighted to introduce my esteemed guest, Sudeshna Basu Roy, who is the visionary founder and CEO of Marg. With over 24 years of experience in the industry, Sudeshna has been creating ripples in the field of corporate learning and development, as well as change management. And joining us today, she'll be sharing her insights, expertise, and journey of building Marg into a renowned name in the industry. So thank you so much for joining us today, Sudeshna.
Thank you so much for having me here, Kajal.
That's great. So Sudeshna, let's start with talking about you. You being an entrepreneur, a successful entrepreneur. Our audience out there is very much curious to know about your journey and what motivated you to start this venture. So please walk us through that, Sudeshna.
Uh, my basic qualification is of being a chartered accountant, but I have been primarily working in business finance. Hence, I have been always working with new products, product launches. I've been working with the research teams, with the marketing teams, with the business teams, and a whole host of leaders. And hence, I think getting into forming my own company is a very natural progression from there. And in my exposure in the industry, it has always been that proximity to leaders as well as the rest of the organization and seeing everybody, their challenges, their pain points in different contexts helped us also to formalize that we should be like in the business of solving problems of people and helping organizations grow. Uh, Getting a break and starting your own venture takes a little bit toll on everybody's time, etc. So that was something I think we were all waiting for. And for me, the natural break happened when I had my first child. And yeah, that prompted me to build the whole business plan and start off with Mark.
That's truly amazing, Sudeshna. And now it brings me to my second question, which would be about if you could just walk us through the concept behind Mark. And if you could just let us know what's the overall service portfolio that you are providing your targeted audience with.
As I said, we wanted to be in the business where we help organizations and leaders to solve their problems for accelerating their growth. That was the mission and vision with which Marg was formed. And we continue still till date to do that. Our main business offerings in terms of products are in leadership development, which has the whole gambit of training and soft skill at different levels of management. So at one end, we help organizations and people to communicate better, interact with each other better, and build teams. On the other hand, we help the leaders to build a vision for the future, to make adjustments with wherever a change has happened. And in that whole scheme of things, whichever skill, behavior, or attitude is absolutely necessary, we need to inculcate that. So our leadership trainings are all around, upskilling, skill building, and developing your behaviors and attitudes towards getting your goals. So and on the other hand, we have the other vertical which deals with change management. We are the authorized affiliates of ProSci Inc. in India. ProSci are the world leaders in change management, and we offer here their certification, training, and advisory services. So whichever change one is in an organization, this model will be applicable. And in making those changes, sometimes leaders we see struggling and not being able to interact with each other to have an alignment in vision. And hence, we have two other products came in terms of assessment, in understanding themselves better. And that is emergenetics for profiling and human synergistics for understanding organization cultures. These are all into assessment, and they understand the organization culture. So these products are all delivered as training and consulting by the organization. So in the leadership space, we have this portfolio. Having a pedigree in finance, we've not given that up. So we have a whole bunch of offerings in finance and fintech as well.
Fantastic. Fantastic, Sudeshna, the way you have just, put forth your overall portfolio. But, moving ahead, I would also like you to, shine some light on when it comes to, addressing the challenges specifically related to business growth and people development. So how does your
Mhm.
corporate training and consulting services, help people, help individuals and as well as businesses in this regard?
So I would say like business and change has been two terminologies which are used always together, right? Change is constant in business, but the way change is happening in the last few years, especially, it's mind-boggling. We are seeing the impact it is having on the organization wide, how much people have to do to make those changes happen. But if they don't make those changes happen, the growth is stunted. So it's all connected. And nowadays, the changes are more in developing their own skills, developing their, you are going into a new market, you have to understand the behavior, understand the culture. It's all on those grounds. So all our products, if you see, are tuned towards people developing themselves to address any kind of change. So that way, I think our products are very much in line with helping organization grow, overcome the competitive challenges, and see themselves absolutely well set to face the challenges of tomorrow.
Okay, understood. Great. So, moving ahead with our questions, Sudeshna, I would also like you to talk about how does, Marg's team of experts stay updated with the latest market trends and also include best practices in their respective areas, like such as we can talk about change management and also the business strategy. So, what's your take to this?
As we said, like, we are the authorized affiliate of ProSci in India, and everything about ProSci is so well researched, and these researches are refreshed every 2 years. And we come to know about what are people doing, what's working, what's not working, and in context of change. As far as ProSci's research is concerned, it is longitudinal. By longitudinal, I mean it is across industries, it is across the globe and across all changes. So you can see the applicability. And hence we come to know what works and what does not work in a change. And it's so easy for people to run with it. It is so very practical. Along with that, the approach of us, a learning company, we are into learning, but we have not stopped learning. We continuously try to evolve ourselves in finding out which are the other ways to do the same thing. Experiential learning people are now talking about, but that has always been a part and parcel of Marg. We've always tried, you have to learn by doing. That is a given. But what are the different ways in which you can approach the same thing? So the trainings last year are very different from the trainings this year. So it's the same topic maybe, but it is done in a different way because things are changing. You have to imbibe those things. So yes, you always get the latest and the current with us.
Fantastic. So, when it comes to talking about Mark's USPs and the distinguishing factors that make Mark stand out in the market, what would be those, Sudeshna? How would you like to talk about them to our global audience out there?
I think for every organization, customer is king. And I think the way we take customer experience, I have not seen that in the as we call it, the mark standard of handling customers. So you would see any part of the business, right from when the client comes in, speaking to the business development, through the coordination process, through the operations, and now the ultimate the delivery by the facilitators, and later on closing of the contracts with accounts. Every aspect of it, I think the experience the client has is it was seamless, and that's very important for us. Um, this is a learn. As we said, we are helping people learn, but what do they do with the learning? We are always very focused on that. For us, application at workplace has been on day one the key on our slides. It still holds as a key in our slides now also. That what are you doing with it? And right from the very start, why are you doing this training, and how can I help you in making that training apply it in your daily work? So I think that connection we make is very, very, very strong. And hence the conversion inside the class of people using the things which we are talking about is very high. And hence we are not the check in the box kind of organization that, yeah, you did it, you finished it, you pay us and you are done. And that's not the attitude. We are not aggregators either. We are invested. And that I think the client gets very well. We are invested in their success. And the way the team functions, the Marg team, the Marg internal team, the Marg facilitators, I feel like, all founder-led organizations which are of a particular size, you find the founders of a particular caliber. The rest of the organization doesn't match up to that. But in our organization, whoever you are speaking to would show the same degree of caliber, attitude, and behavior. So I think the team kind of, stands out, I would say.
Truly amazing, Sudeshna. And also, I would also like you to shine some light on your futuristic roadmap. Like when it comes to talking about the future of Mark, 5 to 6 years down the line, where do you see your organization? Mm.
We are into leadership development and change management. There are other players. Yes, there are other players. But I think in 5 to 6 years, we should be synonymous to this. If it is people are talking about Marg, people are talking about change management. If people are talking about Marg, people are talking about how leadership is. So yes, in 5 to 6 years, we should be definitely going there where anything training means anything Marg. That is where we are heading. And and the plans which we have are like in terms of the portfolio. In terms of the portfolio, I would say we would like to enrich and enhance so that we can include other aspects of employees, like maybe wellness, maybe more outdoor programs, which are not the focus currently, will be come into the portfolio. We would be focusing heavily on role based. We are looking for few roles in the organizations which are becoming very crucial, say transformation teams or change teams. So roles around transformation and change and making them successful is definitely something which would be an offering from Marg all the time. In terms of roles like chief of staff or HRBP, they play such crucial role in the organization, helping to keep them upscaled, and offering a module for them is has been our current focus. We are also venturing into Mexico and Qatar, and it's already like in full blast. All the preps are happening that way. So yeah, these two territories we would be like advancing into. And training we are very set, and consulting we are have proved our metal there as well. But consulting and advisory services is something which is being pushed this year very hard. Change being primary, a change consulting, change advisory would be absolutely at the forefront of business this year for us. And along with that, other solutions in terms of culture change or implementation of all the HR practices in the organization, we would be doing those consulting as well. So yeah, consulting will become, as it was not training and consulting it will be actually like consulting will move as important as training in the portfolio.
Understood. Amazing. Amazing the way.
Another thing I would add, one more thing I would like to add is in terms of the team, which I said, like, I'm extremely proud of my next level. Like, we are able to build a next level of leadership in Marg who are running. And this year and the next year, we are looking forward to see those leaders build their next level. So yeah, we are going to scale, and becoming ready for that scale is also very important within the team. So that's also something I'm very much looking forward my team to do this year.
Amazing, Sudeshna, amazing. So I guess this seems to be the perfect place to end the conversation. But before doing so, Sudeshna, because definitely due to time constraint, we won't be able to proceed and ask you more questions, though we want to. But we would like you to shine some light on your, any kind of a message that you would like to be conveyed from this platform to our YouTube audience and as well as our global audience out there. So please go ahead.
Never stop learning. I think learning is something, it makes it stays with you, and it helps you be better. So be better versions of yourselves, and be authentic leaders. I would say, as leaders, be extremely authentic, because what is needed is you and yourself. You need not know everything. You need not be the person who knows everything in the room. Then only you will let others, and then collaboration comes in very naturally to you. So yeah, this would be my message.
So that was amazing, Sudeshna. We are truly thankful to you that you provided us your precious time today. And we wish you all the best for futuristic endeavors and all the best to Mark's upcoming success ahead. And we hope to see you again for more such, thoughtful sessions and all the insights that you have shared with us and our global audience. And thank you so much again for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me over. It was a pleasure.
Pleasure is all, Sudeshna. Bye bye. Take care.